Hello, PMZ Real Estate, and welcome back to our Getting Started with Buy Side series. My name is Mike Ehrlich. I'm with the Buy Side Success Team, bringing you the third session in the series of sessions that we're delivering to you, showing you how you can get started using Buy Side. In the first session, we talked about generating more seller leads with your awesome new home valuation site. In the second webinar, we talked about dominating the listing presentation every single time with your new buyer market analysis. And in today's session, we're going to be talking about matching more sides, closing more deals using buy sides intelligent matching. But as always, I always like to give a little bit of background about buy side as far as who we are and what we're doing to help you generate more business. So about 6, 7 years ago, the guys at buy side really started seeing a huge data explosion. It's when you really started hearing these terms, big data and predictive analytics. And no company really understood this better than Amazon. As you may or may not know, Amazon tracks you every single day in every single way. Let's say you're in your Amazon account. You favorite one item, you add another item to your cart, you add a third item to your wish list. Amazon's tracking all that data to help generate more business. They own the buy side when it comes to retail. So the guys at buy side said, what if we can do for real estate what Amazon has done for retail? NAR came out with a study, it's probably over 92% now, but over 92% of home searches start online. So the guy said, what if we can harness the power of this buyer data and deliver it back to the brokerage so that they can generate more business? So that's exactly what it is we're doing. We're tracking buyer data on your local brokerage website, such as online views, open house sign-ins, showing appointments, save properties, save searches, registered users, web inquiries, data coming from your CRM. We're taking all of this data that's lived in different silos, and our algorithm, whose name is Percy, is doing the same thing that Amazon does when they're tracking all of your buyer behavior. We're connecting the dots, which helps power the 3 use cases that we talked about in this series. So again, in the first webinar, we talked about generating more seller leads with your awesome new home valuation site. So if you haven't checked out that webinar, definitely give that video a look. In the second session, we talked about dominating the listing presentation every single time with your powerful buy-side market analysis. And in today's session, we're going to be talking about matching more sides, closing more deals with buy-sides intelligent matching. As our Chief Success Officer says, Laura Scott, it's the match.com of real estate. So let's go ahead and jump right into the system. So once you're in your dashboard, once you've logged in through PMZ Plus, this is what you're going to see. You'll see that your buyers are pulled in from saved searches, saved properties on your local brokerage website, but you can also add buyers directly to the system. Also, any listings that are currently active in your MLS and on your local brokerage website will be automatically imported into the system, but you can add listings such as coming soon listings, and we'll be going over those as well. Notifications on the right-hand side. So anytime there's a matching buyer or matching listing with any of your inventory, we're going to alert you to that. Also, if your buyer is not a 4-star buyer, we're going to let you know. We're going to be going over that today. Beneath that, you'll see your lead generation, a 30,000 foot view of your lead generation with regards to buy side. There's actually 4 different types of lead types. Right here, we depict 3: valuation attempts, leads, and monthly reports. We went over this in the first webinar, so again, give that webinar a look. One thing you'll see on your end that you don't see here is there's going to be a little chat window right down here. So if you ever have any questions, you run into any obstacles, again, if there's anything that you think can make the system better, we really, really, really want to hear from you. We want to make the system the best we can for you. You're the boots on the ground, you're out in the field, you know what's going to work for you, you know what's going to work for your clients. So please don't hesitate to reach out to us. We have an awesome team on the other end just waiting to answer your questions. So let's dive into the match component. So as always, you see your navigation items at the top: dashboard, home valuation site, BMA. The first thing we're going to do is click on My Listings. So it'll display all of your current listings. Make sure you go in here and take a look at your listings. Make sure all of them are correct. Make sure that the address is correct, the property type, the bedroom count, bathroom count, and the list price. We all love technology, but we all know technology doesn't always work the way we want it to. So make sure you give that a look, make sure everything is correct. go ahead and click on this test address I added. So the first thing you'll see is the basic information about the home, the address, the status, the bedroom count, bathroom count, property type, school district, showing date, viewed. So I want to touch on this real quick. So this is the number of times this property has been viewed inside of BuySide. So it's not the number of times it's been viewed on your local brokerage website. It's not the number of times it's been viewed in Zillow, Trulia, Realtor, any of those other sites. This is the number of times it's been viewed inside of BuySide. Beneath that, you'll see listing date, expiration date, and the list price. You'll see that there are currently 16 matching buyers, and you can see those if you scroll down. We can go ahead and click on one of these buyers. And since we are the listing agent, we do not see any identifying information about this buyer. This buyer is identified by this buyer ID number. We see the star rating, we see the target price, qualification, purchase by date, property type, bedroom count, bathroom count, last activity. Just basic information about the buyer. If we want more information about this buyer, we have to reach out to the buyer's agent, Phil Schmidt. So we can keep the text the way it is in here, or we can create our own custom message. Check this box and click send email, and Phil will receive an email that you have a matching listing with his buyer and that you'd like more information about his buyer. Going back, if you want to do what we call the shotgun approach, you can go ahead and click select all. You can keep the message the way it is or create your own custom message, but you can send a blast out to all of the matching buyers for your listing, all the matching buyers agents for your listing. Simply click send email, and all of the agents that represent these buyers will receive a notification requesting more information about their buyer. What if I increase or decrease this? This is an awesome tool when it comes to pricing concessions. We've all had to go on those calls with homeowners when it comes to lowering the price of their home. But this really helps you because it shows you the number of buyers that are currently searching for homes out there at X price. So let's say, well, especially in my market, there's a ton of buyer demand, but not a lot of inventory. So this can actually go one of two ways. You can either decrease the price or you can increase the price. For this session, we're going to go ahead and decrease it. So if we decrease this property, right now it's at $250,000. So if we decrease it by $25,000, click go, it's going to show us that there are 15 matching buyers currently searching for a home like this at $225,000. As I said before, you can go the other way. Let's just do that. Let's go ahead and increase the price from $250,000 to let's do it by $50,000. So currently there are 11 buyers that are currently searching for a home like this, willing to spend up to $300,000. So again, this really helps either way because sometimes sellers, some sellers think that we just pull numbers out of the air. We want to price the home appropriately, and a home is really worth whatever the market is willing to spend on it, whatever a buyer is willing to spend. So this really helps you do the talking. It lets the market do the talking. Also, your buyers are automatically pulled in, as I said before, via saved searches, saved profiles, also from your CRM. I've actually added a buyer directly to the system. I'm a buyer. Since I represent IMA, I can see all of the information about her. I can see her name, I can see her contact information. This was actually built mobile first, so you can edit this information directly from your mobile phone or your tablet. But let's say you received a call from IMA and she's losing out on properties and she wants to increase her buying power, as are a lot of buyers doing, at least in my area. So she wants to increase from 450 to 500. So currently there are 75 matching listings. If we were to edit this and put it up to $500,000, we click save. It's going to go ahead and start matching IMA's profile with listings that match her search. So now there are 86 buyers. I'm sorry, 86 listings. If we scroll down, we can go into each individual property. We can take a look at the photos and the basic information about the home. You see here, so you kind of know your buyer's taste, so you know what they're looking for aesthetically. If you want any more information about this listing, you can reach out to the listing agent. Going back, you can also do what we did previously on the My Listings page. We can do the shotgun approach, so we can select all, and we can send a message to all of the agents that represent these listings. We can include a custom message or leave the message as is. Another cool feature is you being able to share this on social media, so Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, 193 other sources. So this is actually doing two things. Not only is it getting your buyer the inside track on properties that aren't necessarily on the market, so maybe there is a make me move that we're not aware of, or a property that expired, or maybe it's a seller that's on the fence thinking about selling. So you're doing two things here. You're getting your buyer the inside track on properties that aren't necessarily on the market, and you're also starting to generate seller leads. So I've actually created a call to action here that you can definitely use. So this is my buyer. So this is my buyer's social share. So I have a motivated first-time home buyer searching for a 3-bedroom, 3-bath home in Modesto. My buyer is willing to spend up to $450K. If you would like more information about my buyer, please click the link below. So again, if you're friends with your buyers on social media, they're going to be like, wow, my agent is really trying to match me up with the perfect home. And also, if there's sellers on there, maybe it's a for sale by owner, maybe it's a seller on the fence. Again, they might say, oh, I have a 3-bedroom, 3-bath home in Modesto, and I would love $450,000 for my home. Let me see more information about this buyer. So that if that person's going to go directly to you. So when somebody clicks on this link, they're going to be taken to this public profile. So it shows the areas that the buyer is searching in, their price range, the bedroom count, the type of property, when they're looking to move. But you'll see here the buyer is identified by this buyer ID number. So none of the buyer's information is ever exposed to anybody except for you. If the viewer of this wants any additional information about my buyer, they have to reach out to me, the buyer's agent. So you can go ahead and say, once they've reached out to you, oh yeah, I would love to get my buyer through the door and take a look at your house. But I also ran a BMA just in case this buyer doesn't want to go with your home. There are 17 other buyers currently searching for a home like yours. I would love to get them through the door, but we have to sign a listing agreement in order to do that. Advise them about the market. Definitely view the BMA video that we put together the other day, the BMA webinar. That's where we talk about the number of buyers that are currently searching for a home and the price that they might be able to get, especially in this type of market, again, where there's low inventory, high demand. But you'll be able to talk through that with somebody that clicks through and requests more information about your buyer. Going back, you can also add a buyer directly to the system. So basically, you need to include anything that is bolded out with an asterisk. So this will make a buyer a 4-star buyer. So buyers usually coming in aren't 4-star, they're 1-star. So they're represented by an agent. Some of the systems that we're receiving these from do not have these fields, what the buyer is searching for as far as bedroom count, bathroom count, pre-qualification status, things like that. But even if you have information, additional information, such as the city or zip code, everybody really knows where their buyers are searching. Bedroom count, bathroom count, the property type, you can pick multiple here if you wish. If you know they want a fixer-upper, make sure you include that, even though it's not a required field. Try to paint the perfect picture of your buyer. The house style, public comments, must likes and dislikes. So maybe the buyer loves the idea of having a swimming pool, but doesn't like the idea of having a master on the main. Make sure you include that information. Qualification status, are they pre-qualified? Are they all cash? Maybe they want to spend $300,000 to $400,000. Purchase by date, maybe they want to purchase by the 30th of November. The type of buyer they are, maybe they're a first-time home buyer and they're currently renting. Method of payment, FHA loan. Here's where you can include the buyer's contact information. And again, I can't stress enough, the buyer's contact information is never displayed to anybody except for you, the buyer's agent. So you can include the buyer's first name, last name, email address, and phone number, and this information is only shared with you. Also, you can add a listing directly to the system. simply enter the address. So maybe you just got finished showing them your listing presentation and your buyer market analysis, and they want to get their home on the market right away. As you're leaving the listing appointment, maybe you're walking to your car, you want to add this listing to the system and start getting it matched up with buyers. You simply add the address and add any additional information about the home that you wish. Asking price, when it's going live in the MLS, when the showings are going to start. Also, we have awesome cameras now, so you can go outside the front of the house, take a quick picture with your phone, and upload it directly to the system. Click Add Listing, and that listing will be automatically matched up with buyers. I'd like to give a quick shout out to our Buy Side Insiders Facebook group. So if you haven't joined that yet, definitely join us. It's a growing group. We're over 2,100 members now, thanks to you. It's a great place where agents throughout the country share tips, tricks, marketing ideas, what they're doing in their local market to win their fair share of the market using Buy Side. So definitely join us. Again, that's buysideinsiders.com. Request to join, and I will approve you, and you can join the conversation. I want to thank you so much for joining us. We really, really appreciate it. We look forward to seeing you on future webinars. But thank you again. Everybody have a great day and a great weekend.